Mindful Life Practice community.
So we're going to come into a seated posture. Welcome everyone. I'm so happy to have you all here. A couple of new faces, Ron and Nella, and some familiar faces. We're going to start our practice in a seated meditation. So let your hands be heavy on your lap. And then let your spine stack straight up. Soften your shoulders. And then just feel how you are arriving on your mat today. So I think all of us are coming off a really kind of wild few months doing e-learning. Definitely at the beginning for me, it was a very, very stressful transition. Something I really struggled with when it started was learning how to separate between my home life and my work life. It all kind of blended into one. So even though we're still at home, we're going to practice distinguishing today between the rest of life and the yoga time. So see if you can set aside anything that's going on with you right now as best you can. And then allowing this hour to just be completely for yourself. A self-care hour. Because there is this phenomenon in helping professions that we often burn out. It speaks to the fact that we're spending so much time caring for others that we don't care for ourselves. So this hour is all about taking care of ourselves, and if you have another intention for your practice, just establish it now. And then we're just going to practice linking movement with the breath here. So on your inhale, you're going to sweep your arms up towards the sky. And then on your exhale, move your palms through your heart center. We'll do a few more just like this, inhaling arms all the way up. And then exhaling palms through heart center. Taking 2 more, breath in, circle all the way up. Breath out, hands through heart center. And this time when you inhale, circle your palms upward. You're going to interlace your palms and push them up towards the sky, fingers pressing up. And then take a side bend over towards the right and breathe into the left side rib cage. And then inhale, come all the way up. And then take a lateral side bend the opposite way, breathing into the right side rib cage. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching through the fingertips. And then we're going to take it into a twist. So land your right fingertips behind you, land your left fingertips on your right thigh, and gaze over the right shoulder and take 3 breaths. And then come all the way up through center, reach through the fingertips, and then twist the opposite way. Good morning, Kay, who just came in. Welcome. I look forward to talking to you after, finding out where you teach and learning more about you. We're gonna come all the way up through center one more time. Big reach through your fingertips. And then draw your palms into your heart center. And then you're gonna come up to the palms and the knees, coming into a tabletop pose. And then from your tabletop, just sit your hips back on your heels and rest your forehead, coming into what's called your Balasana or your child's pose. So memorize this shape. This is a posture that you can return to at any point in the practice. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if it's moving too quickly, this pose is always here for you. And a great thing to do when you come into this pose is to focus on and feel your breath. Pouring your attention into the stillness. Gathering awareness around your breath. And then as best you can, feeling a sense of peace. Now, when you breathe in, you're going to peel your body up into a tabletop. And then when you exhale, you're going to soften back into a child's pose. And let's take 3 more flows like this. Inhaling all the way up. And then exhaling, softening back. 2 more rounds. Taking 1 more. And this time when you come up to your table, we're going to move the body through a series of cat-cow flows. So on a breath in, you're going to tilt at the pelvis and lift your chin. This is called your cow pose. And then exhale, curl the spine, feeling an articulation through each vertebrae. Tuck your chin. This is your cat. And can you move rhythmically and evenly, following your own breath and kind of adapting in any way that feels good? So maybe adding some little moves here and there. Taking 1 more round. And then bring the spine all the way into neutral. Lengthen your right leg behind you. If you can, lengthen your left arm up. Good morning, Noof, who just came in. Hi, welcome. Reaching through your heel, reaching through your fingertips, breath in, and then curl your knee in to meet your elbow. Let's keep going like this. Nice. Taking 1 more. And then lengthen all the way out and just stay. You're going to land your left hand, take your left toes off the side of the mat, lift your right arm up, stacking the right hip on the left. You got it. Coming into, it's kind of like a half moon, but you're on the knee. And then you're going to land your right foot behind you and lift all the way up. So you're almost in like this warrior 2 on the knee. And then take a big breath in, land your right fingertips on your right Shin and lift your left arm behind you. So this is like a gate pose. We call it rainbow pose in kids yoga. And then come all the way around, land your palms, tuck your toes, nice. Lift all the way up to what's called a three-legged dog. So your left toes stay on the mat, your right leg's extended. You're gonna bend through the right knee and then just make some circles with the knee. And then lengthen your right leg behind you. Land your right toes on the mat, coming into your first down dog. Bend through the knees, pressing through the heels. Taking one more round of breath. And then land your knees on towards the mat. And we're gonna take the opposite side. So you're gonna extend through your left leg this time and reach through your right fingertips and take a breath in. Nice. And then curling in the elbow to meet the knee when you're ready, knowing that it's okay if your balance is off and if you fall. It is a yoga practice because we're just practicing these skills. And it will get better, like anything, with repetition and with time. So try not to judge your experience. Taking one more. Nice, lengthen all the way up. Land your right palm on the mat, take your right toes off towards the side. Inhale, lift up. Oh yay, I see Nu has the microphone now. You've connected to audio finally. Hi Nu, so happy you can hear. You're gonna land your left foot on the mat, lift all the way up. And then take a breath in and reverse your warrior, breathing into the right side body. And then windmill all the way down, plant the palms, tuck your right toes, lift your left knee up. And then bend through the left knee, just making circles, circles, circles. Lengthen the leg all the way behind you, land your left foot on the mat. Take a breath in, you're gonna ripple all the way forward into your plank. Nice, and then exhale, come all the way back to the down dog. So we're doing these repetitive movements with the breath. Inhale, come forward. And then exhale, shift back. 2 more, breath in. And then breath out. 1 more inhale. Nice, and then 1 more exhale, come up to your down dog. And then can you walk your hands backwards to the back of your mat, find yourself in a forward fold, grip opposite elbows and bend the knees a lot. Let the weight of your day or your week or your last term of school just kind of roll off your shoulders, get rid of it as best you can. I know it's sometimes easier said than done. Yoga teachers are always saying, let go. And you're like, but how? Just find and feel the breath, and that's enough. Being in this moment, that's enough. Release the grip of your hands. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Take an exhale, fold, and then have your toenails step together. You're gonna bend through the knees and sit the hips back. This is your chair. So your arms are reaching up overhead. You're sitting your hips back. This is an uncomfortable pose. This quarantine has been an uncomfortable pose. Our lives have changed and we've been forced to adapt to the discomfort. And yoga gives us an opportunity to practice these skills of being okay with discomfort, letting discomfort happen, and just being in the discomfort, being okay with it. So take 1 more breath. Remind yourself you're not going to be in chair pose forever. And then press through the feet, lift all the way up to stand. Big breath in, let go of effort. Take your palms into heart center, receive ease. Thumbs connect to your heartbeat. Body connects to the breath. Release your hands alongside your hips. And we're going to take a tiny bit of movement. So what you're going to do is just rock from side to side in any way you feel like. And this is a lot like if you teach early years kids like me, you see kids just kind of standing like this, moving like this, because children just kind of move in whatever way their intuition tells them to. So kind of channel that, intuitively moving just for a couple more moments. Taking one more. And then just drop into stillness, feeling your hands alongside your hips. I want you to imagine that your torso, it's like a glass of water and it's full of sand and it's been stirred up and stirred up and stirred up and stirred up. And then as you stand in stillness, the sand begins to settle and the water clears. The sand settles, the water clears. Take a big breath in, reach your arms up towards the sky, upward mountain. Exhaling, fold, forward fold. Take an inhale, lift up, halfway lift. Nice, and then exhale, lower down, plant your palms, step your feet back, find yourself in a plank. And I'm gonna teach a modified vinyasa first. So you're gonna land your knees onto the mat and then slowly draw your elbows back. So if you're a complete beginner, I would recommend doing it this way. It's just best for your spine. Take a breath in, lift your heart up. Nice, and then exhale, lower. And then shift your way through a tabletop on your down dog. Now we're gonna do a low lunge series. So take your right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog, feeling your right hip level with your left. Draw your right knee in, step your right foot between your palms. If you need to use your hand to get your foot there, it's all good. Yeah, nice. So you want your right knee to be stacking above your right ankle. So if it's like back in space, just step it forward a bit more. Yeah, excellent. You got it, Nella. And then land your left knee on the mat. So we will be on the kneecap for a few moments. If your knee is sensitive, you can always fold under your mat or you could place like a blanket underneath. You're gonna take a breath in, reach your arms up towards the sky. And then we're gonna get some mindful movement here. So on your inhale, you keep your arms extended. And then on your exhale, you sweep the arms back and lean forward. Breathing in, lifting all the way up, you got it. And then exhale, come forward. Don't worry about counting how many times you do this. Letting the movements almost become intuitive and just doing what feels good. Taking one more breath. And then exhale your palms down to the mat. Leave your left palm where it is and then spiral your right arm up towards the sky. So you're coming into a twist. We'll take 3 more of these, landing the right palm and then inhale, lifting it all the way up. 2 more. And then 1 more. Once you land in this twist, either stay with the arm extended, maybe take the right palm onto the sacrum, maybe you kick the heel back, finding a quad stretch. That's a pretty advanced option. So just do what feels right for you and know that You don't have to push yourself into accomplishing anything. There's no hierarchy of poses. Nice. If you have the foot, can you just release it? Land your right fingertips on the mat, and then wiggle your hands back and lengthen over the right leg. Take a few rounds of breath, getting a stretch into the right hamstring. And then walk your hands forward, tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee. You're gonna step your right foot all the way back. Let's roll onto the outer edge of the left foot and take the right arm up towards the sky, bringing yourself into a plank for 3, for 2. And then on 1, land your right palm down, and then move through a vinyasa. So either with the knees lowered or with the knees lifted. Coming up into your down dog. And then we'll take that same flow on the opposite side. So lift your left leg up, 3-legged dog. Draw your left knee and step your left foot between your palms. Nice, land onto your right knee. And then once you arrive up in your low lunge, we'll move with the rhythm, inhaling, opening. Nice, and then exhaling, coming forward. And again, just kind of allow yourself to get lost in the repetition of these movements. Feeling into your hip crease. Nice, you got it. Taking one more round. And then this time when you inhale, lift your arms up. And then exhale, take your palms forward, land your right palm, and then we'll do our little spiral. So your right palm stays there, your left arm lifts up towards the sky. And then you exhale, take it back. And then take 3 more simple twists like this. 2 more. And then on your last one, lift up, spiral the left palm back and decide what to do. You either stay here or you kick the heel back, making a connection, getting into your quad, gazing over the shoulder. Knowing that we're here to feel, not to accomplish. So it really doesn't matter what variation you're in. And then just release your right foot, take your left palm forward. You're gonna walk your fingertips back, invite length along the leg. How is your calf? How is your hamstring? Walk your hands forward. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, step your left foot all the way back. Nice, you got it. Moving through a vinyasa. And then coming all the way up to your down dog. From your down dog, bend through the knees, gaze forward, step your feet up to meet your hands. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Take an exhale, fold. Once again, we're gonna come into our Utkatasana, everyone's favorite, our chair. So take your palms up. And then this time, either staying in neutral or with a breath in, stay in your chair. With a breath out, take your palms into heart center. Take an inhale, lift at your elbows. And then twist your right elbow onto your left knee, pressing the palms together, gazing over the shoulder. Take an inhale, come all the way up through center. Twist the opposite way, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, come all the way in, take a breath in. And then exhale, empty into your fold again. Breathe in your halfway lift. Breathe out your forward fold, plant the palms, make your way back. Go through a vinyasa or just shift that to down dog. Nice. So from your downward facing dog, your Adho Mukha Shavasana, take your right leg up towards the sky. This time, bend through your right knee, stack your hips. So reaching your right toes over to the left. Come all the way back into neutral, taking a breath in. Curl your right knee into the chest, ripple forward into core plank, holding for 3, for 2. And then on 1, you're gonna step your right foot in between your palms. Nice, and then lift all the way up into a crescent lunge. And then open into a warrior 2. So in this warrior 2, your right palm is forward, left palm is back. Nice. So now rotating the other way. Turning around, so you're like, I think you're like this now, coming all the way like this. Yeah, there you go, perfect. You got it. And then your left heel grounds. Yep, you got it, perfect. Yeah. So your left heel is firm on the mat. Yeah, perfect, long low lunge. And then with the breath in, you're gonna reverse the warrior. So taking your right arm all the way up behind you. And then exhale, come all the way back into a warrior 2. And then take 3 more breaths just like this. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale, warrior 2. 2 more, breath in. And then breath out. And then take 1 more breath in. And then this time you exhale, come all the way up. Take your right elbow onto your right knee. Reach your left fingertips towards the front of the room. This is your extended side angle. Yeah, nice, you got it. Press through the feet, lift all the way back to upright, lengthen through your right leg. Take your left foot in a tiny bit, so just shortening your stance a tiny, tiny bit. And then reach your right arm forward. Take your right arm alongside your right leg and lift your left arm up towards the sky. Nice, this is called Trikonasana, and there's like a big expansion all along through your collarbone. Reaching from fingertips to fingertips. And then can you find the middle here between effort and ease? I'm gonna give you an option. If you're feeling better, being grounded in the triangle, stay grounded. And if you wanna play with your balance, you're gonna shift weight onto your right toes and right fingertips and lift up into an Ardha Chandrasana. You can hold onto your chair, you can hold onto the wall, and know that it's okay if you fall, you're still a good person. We learn more from falling than we learn from succeeding. And again, it's a practice. You do it over and over, you get better and better. It's not just gonna come the first time, yeah? Step your left foot all the way back. Lengthen through your right leg, turn all 10 toes to face the side wall, and then take a breath in, arms reach out to the side, and then hinge forward, find your forward fold, and just grip your palms to opposite elbows and dangle. Take 1 more breath. Slowly, slowly roll all the way up to stand. Reaching your arms out towards the side. Turn your right toes back to the front of the mat and bend through the right knee. You're doing awesome. Yeah. Take a breath in, reverse that warrior. And then exhale, windmill your palms to the mat, frame the foot. Yeah, you got it. Nice. Step your right foot all the way back. And then move through a Vinyasa Flow. Coming all the way back up to your down dog. Nice. We're going to take that flow on the opposite side. So take a breath in, take your left leg all the way up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Draw your left knee in, core plank. Nice. Step your left foot between your palms. Good. Coming all the way up, and then opening all the way into a warrior two. Yeah, you got it. Perfect. Finding the middle. The middle between effort and ease and strength and surrender. And as the body finds the middle, the mind begins to find the moment. Again, move with your breath, and can you move like water and end like fire? So moving fluidly and ending strongly into your reversed warrior. And then coming all the way forward, elbow on knee, right hand reaches forward. Keep going like this, 3 more. Two more. And then 1 more. Landing in your extended side angle, being as light as possible with the elbow. And then come all the way up into your warrior two, lengthen through your left leg and walk your right foot in a tiny bit. You're gonna hinge your body forward, 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 and then take your left arm alongside your left leg. How does your left side feel in comparison to your right? I was speaking to my friend Emily yesterday. Emily had never done yoga before 2 months ago. And now she's done a 30-day challenge with us. And I asked her if she feels different. And she said, I just know my body a lot better now. And I thought that was like the most beautiful thing, because that's ultimately the goal of yoga. We learn to know our body a lot better than we did before. And then if you want to play with your balance, you're going to shift weight onto your left foot and left fingertips and reach your right leg up. This is your Ardha Chandrasana. Nice. Yeah, you got it. Beautiful. I think balancing poses are a really interesting opportunity to learn about ourselves. What can you learn about yourself here? Are you judging yourself when you fall? Just try to cut yourself some slack. Step your right foot all the way back, lifting all the way up, turning all 10 toes to face the side wall, breath in, and then once again, we're gonna hinge forward. Grab your palms to opposite elbows, sigh your body forward. And then release the grip of your elbows. You're gonna turn your heels in, toes out, sit your hips back, lift into what's called a goddess squat. I'm gonna turn around so you can see me. So in your goddess squat, we're gonna take a variation called Garudasana arms, eagle arms. So you open your arms, and then you're gonna cross your right arm underneath the left. And maybe you grip the shoulders, maybe you leave the forearms together. Now, I love this variation because you get a really, really sweet shoulder opening. And that is a part of the body where we carry a lot of our stress. So with this connection, see if you can let go a little. And then unwind your arms. Crisscross the opposite way. Unwind the arms, lengthen all the way out towards the side. Take your palms onto your hips, just lengthen the legs up and walk your feet in so that they come together. So we're gonna take 3 balancing poses in a sequence together. So the first pose we're going to take is called a warrior three pose. So you can leave your left foot where it is and see if you can lengthen your right leg behind you. And then either taking your palms into your heart center or maybe extending them out towards the side. There's like lots of variations. And don't look at me because I'm wobbly today. The best thing you can do is look at a drishti point, like one solid point that isn't moving. That will help you not to fall. And then take one more breath in your warrior three. And then you're going to tilt all the way up to stand. Take your right leg, cross it on top of your left. Cross your right arm underneath your left. So this is your eagle, your Garudasana, and maybe you tuck your tippy toes around your left calf. This is a really tricky pose. It's hard for everyone. My dad calls it Leaning Tower of Pisa because that's how he thinks he looks when he does it. So we're not going to be here for long, just another breath. Being okay with discomfort. You're not going to be in this pose forever. And then when you release, can you feel the freedom in it? Take your palms into heart center. Now one more balancing pose. This one is simple. Leave your left foot as your anchor, right tippy toes open, and you either land the foot on your ankle, on your shin, or maybe on your thigh. And then place your palms into heart center. This is called Vrikshasana or tree. The one thing I try to do is just not place my foot on the inside of the knee, because that will push the knee in a direction that isn't the best. So either just above or below the knee. Nice. And then take one more round of breath. And then release your right foot. Plant both feet. How does it feel to be supported by the earth? Strong and steady like a mountain. And then take your flow in the opposite way. So this time your right foot supports you and you're going to lengthen your left leg behind you, taking your warrior three. When I teach kids yoga, we do a lot of storytelling. I did Harry Potter yoga yesterday, and this was their Quidditch game, flying on the broomsticks. So imagine you're like Harry Potter playing Quidditch, flying on your broomstick for 3, for 2, and then on 1, coming all the way up, cross your left knee on top of your right. This time it is your right arm underneath the left arm underneath the right. Sorry, I mess up my lefts and rights all the time. Do the version that feels different. Something I'm working on. Take 3, take 2. And then on 1, inhale, sweep everything up, reach, reach, reach. Hands at heart center. One more balancing pose. Left foot goes on the inside of the right leg. The shin, the ankle, or the thigh. Place your palms at heart center. As the body finds the middle, the mind finds the moment. And is there wisdom in the middle? And is there wisdom in the present moment? Take your left foot onto the mat. Let's take an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, plant the palms. Maybe you take one more vinyasa. Nice. And then come all the way up into your down dog, bend through the knees, gaze forward, and then either hop or step hands in towards the bottom so you come to seated. From your seated posture, you're going to drop your right earlobe down towards your right shoulder. And then take your right palm, place it on the outside of the left side of the head. This is a trapezius muscle stretch. So I believe that we hold our stress in the body. I believe that it physically lives within us. And I think practices like yoga are crucial in learning how to release stress. Because we come to know our body better, and then we can find where stress lives in the body. And through our practice, we can begin to let it go. So does stress live here? And how does it feel to release it? Lift your head all the way back through center. Pause. Feel the difference left side and right side. And then drop your left earlobe down towards your left shoulder, placing your left palm nail on the right side of the skull. And then bring your head all the way back up through center. Feel the left side, the right side. Drop the chin to the chest and then take some mini circles. And then bring the head all the way back up through center. So we're going to take one short pranayama practice, which is a breathing practice, before we drop into a couple of winding down poses before our shavasana. Okay, so this is called Nadi Shodhana. It's alternate nostril breathing, and I love this breath work because it helps me come to balance in my brain. So you are going to take your right hand, and you are going to use your peace fingers. So the fingers you use make a peace sign. You're going to place them on your third eye, which is the place between your eyebrows. And then you're going to use your ring finger and your thumb. And what you're going to do is plug your right nostril and take an inhale through your left nostril. And then plug your left nostril and exhale through your right nostril. Inhale through your right nostril. Plug your right nostril, exhale through your left nostril. Keep going like this. And know that if it doesn't feel good for you to do this restricted breathing, then don't do it. Like today, my nose is feeling stuffy, so it's actually not feeling great for me. So I'm going to instead just visualize breathing through the left and not fully block completely so that the restricted breathing isn't stressful for me. But if you're okay, stay with it. Taking a few more rounds. One more. Make sure you finish by exhaling with the left. And then release your right palm. Taking a full and complete inhale and exhale through the nose. Take one more breath in stillness. Come to lie down on your back on your yoga mat. Draw your knees into your chest. We're going to open our arms into cactus arms and then drop the knees over to the right, landing your right palm on your left thigh. So there is this principle in yoga, it's called ahimsa. And what ahimsa means is nonviolence towards the self and nonviolence towards others. And in order for us to really find our yoga practice compelling, we have to understand how it serves and benefits not only ourselves, but the people around us. Lift your right arm up and then just take your knees all the way through center, twisting the opposite way. So when I say how our yoga practice serves us, for most of us, that's easy to understand, right? I feel better after I do yoga. I see how it benefits me. But how does it benefit the people around me? Well, I know when I'm regularly practicing yoga, I get less irritated. You know, when I'm driving in traffic, I don't get as angry. I'm able to deal with my students in a calm way. I'm happier at work. So how does your yoga practice serve and benefit not just you, but everyone in your life? And why is it important for you to do this regularly? Come all the way back through center. Take your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Acknowledge the fact that you got up early on a Friday morning for this. And in doing so, you say that your well-being is important to you. And then slowly lengthen out the left leg and then the right leg. Deciding if your palms are resting on your belly or maybe they're resting flat and face up. Feeling full and complete inhales. Full and complete exhales. And remind yourself that this is your time. Off your phone. Disconnected from your life. And connected to this present moment. And rest in this present moment as best you can. Knowing that I will bring you back when the time is up. When you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground, and carry on. When you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. And may your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground, and carry on. Carry on, carry on. Give your fingers and your toes a little wake up wiggle. Run a nice long stretch, fingertips all the way through toes. Take your knees into your chest, give yourself a nice little hug. And then make your way up to a seated posture. Taking your palms into your heart center. I have a yoga teacher who's very special to me. And he always seals his classes with the following. We close with an intention. It's an ancient intention, but perhaps the original intention. And it's been passed from heart to heart through thousands of years. It's that our yoga practice remains steady, that our efforts remain continuous, and that our yoga practice serves and benefits all beings everywhere. May all beings be safe, be happy, be healthy and free, and may the thoughts and actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. So if you would like to join me in finishing with an Om, and you don't have to, we're going to inhale, exhale, and then inhale through to make an Om. So taking a big breath in, big breath out, and a big breath in. Thank you for showing up and sharing the space and the practice this morning. Have a lovely weekend. Om Shanti Shanti Peace. Namaste.
The Mindful Life Practice Community.